Yeah, they're not going to let you into the Bravo, and you're just going to have to fly around south of the airport until we can find room for you.
Wow.
Yeah, Phoenix Metro is not available right now. We don't have the staffing, sorry.
All right, good morning. So, I've always considered becoming an A&P. In fact, it was something that I thought of doing when I was in high school, when I was just cleaning airplanes at my local airport. But it had never kind of reached a point in my life where it made sense. This weekend, I may be starting a process that could completely change that. We're going to be doing a really fun trip. I'm going to be flying down to Phoenix, Arizona, A, to go to the NASCAR World Championship. I've never been to an event like that. And B, to go to the Aviation Institute of Maintenance. They're a school that focuses entirely on making some of the best mechanics for aircraft in the world. So let's hop in the car, let's go get the airplane ready, and let's head down to Phoenix. Hangar breakfast going on. I don't know if you knew, but every Saturday, if you're a pilot, we serve breakfast at my hangar. You just have to be able to get into the St. George Airport. So, yeah, come have breakfast. Okay, the plane is ready to go. We are going to be flying over the Grand Canyon about 20 minutes after departure, but other than that, the flight is relatively straightforward, about 2 hours and 15 minutes to get into Phoenix. That said, we are going to be landing at Deer Valley, where I've got a hangar set up for me to put the plane for the week. Deer Valley can be interesting. I believe it is it's the busiest GA airport, where it's like, one of the smaller airports, but also the amount of flights going in and out of there is insane. So it can always get a little interesting flying into there.
20-mile final for runway 19, touching down in 6 minutes, St. George.
20 mile, oh, it must be SkyWest. Thought it was a Cirrus pilot on 20-mile file. My poor little backcountry airplane has turned into a cross-country airplane. It's like this wasn't what I was made for. St. George traffic, Zenith 21 Whiskey Whiskey, departing runway 19, St. George.
St. George traffic, Skyhawk 79001, holding short, runway 19.
Got a wave to the kids. I live right off the departure end of the runway, so every time I go on a trip, they make me wave at them, which they don't have to work that hard to make me wave at them. I love doing it. A little wing wag. All right, mission accomplished. Kids have been waved at. Let's climb up to 9,500 feet. That's where we're going to cruise today. Let's go ahead and see what center has to say. I always give them a little bit of time.
729 Alpha.
See how busy they are.
LA Center, and stand by 1 moment.
I don't like to just telling people to stand by. It means he's probably a little too busy for me. We'll see. LA Center, Zenith 21 Whiskey Whiskey with VFR request.
Requesting flight following ending in Whiskey Whiskey. What was the call sign?
That is November 21 Whiskey Whiskey. I'm about 18 miles south of St. George, 9,500 feet. Looking to pick up flight following to Deer Valley.
Number 21 Whiskey Whiskey, LA Center Roger, squawk 1370. Copy, you're going to Deer Valley. What was your type of aircraft?
1370, and I am a Charlie Hotel 75.
Roger. Number 21 Whiskey Whiskey, radar contact, about 20 miles to the southeast of the St. George VOR. Altitude indicates 9,400. The Grand Canyon altimeter 3035.
3025 for 21 Whiskey Whiskey.
Just to confirm, 3035, 35 at the end there, 21 Whiskey Whiskey.
3035 for 21 Whiskey Whiskey, thanks. Alright, we got flight following. We're about, 5-10 minutes away from the Grand Canyon. Man, it's beautiful out here. It really is such a cool flight. The Grand Canyon obviously is a massive obstacle for us to get around. We have to go around it when we want to go to Phoenix usually, which turns this from a 7-hour drive into a hour and 45 to 2-hour flight, which is just brilliant. It makes really opens up Phoenix as a metropolitan area I could go and visit and go to shows and events without it being such a huge ordeal.
Right. And if I want to continue with that, just do a hold or fly around for an hour, or put my name on the list, or what do I do?
Yeah, they're not going to let you into the Bravo, and you're just going to have to fly around south of the airport until we can find room for you.
Wow.
All right, let me get back to you.
Okay, yeah, 60 Delta. I highly recommend, we really do not have the time to work VFRs into Phoenix right now. We don't have the staffing for it. So I highly recommend you land at one of the VFR towers.
Okay, I'll give it a try. 60 Delta.
Thank you. It's not the day, sorry.
This is really interesting because with the government shutdown, I mean, it's been shut down for, what, a month now? Air traffic is really taking a huge hit. All right, so I've been more or less told that I'm going to be, unfortunately, my flight following will be terminated due to the fact that they're just not doing anything VFR in the Bravo, which it makes sense. I mean, the nice thing is I'm going into Deer Valley, I can stay below it. I'm right on the north end of the Bravo, so it's not a big deal. One of the reasons I wanted flight following was to kind of get factored in, but all good.
Yeah, Phoenix Metro is not available right now. It's, we don't have the staffing, sorry.
Okay, I understand, Mike, thank you.
Not available, man, this is kind of weird. I mean, it's not necessarily unprecedented. Obviously, we've had a lot of government.
Number 1 Whiskey, traffic no factor, radar service terminated, squawk 1200, frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR, traffic is no factor, and frequency change approved. Thanks for all your help for 2-1 Whiskey.
Have a good day.
All right. Frequency change approved, which means we're going to switch to Deer Valley. Oh my gosh, there's so many planes.
5.
Airwestern 633, continue direct southbound, begin your descent about an altitude.
Even when it's packed and Deer Valley is as busy as it is right now, it was still a really smooth and uneventful flight. Shout out to the controllers. Obviously, you've seen all the stuff going on with the controllers just because they're not getting paid right now. It's all because of this government shutdown, and so these people are dedicating their time to keep people safe, and that's amazing. Shout out to those guys. Seriously, I appreciate you all. But we're here. We got our friend Doug is letting me throw my plane in his hangar for the week, so it'll stay out of the elements. So let's get the plane put away.
I don't even know what it is. I'm too old school.
It's a Zenith.
Is it?
So it's actually a
home built?
I have got to build a tow bar for this. The fact that it doesn't come naturally with the Zenith, like, Sebastian, get on that. I love aviation because those guys that just saw me putting the plane away just wanted to learn about the plane, and now they're going to be giving me a ride out to the road so my buddy Jake can pick me up. And he's going to let me borrow his car for the weekend, and yeah, we're going to go get some food and hang out. Today has been a fun day so far. You've probably seen all sorts of footage. My buddy Jake picked me up. We went and watched his kids football, and then he let me take his car. We went and got some lunch, met up with my guy Tyler here, and now we're changing the oil on his Glass Air Sportsman. This thing is awesome. It's got the same prop and engine combo as I do, the Trailblazer from Hartzell, and the Lycoming IL390. And it's just, I mean, that combo is just top of the line. I love that combination of engine and prop. But on his plane, Man, it's so fast, way faster than mine. But of course I can take off shorter. Mine is made to take off shorter, whereas his is kind of meant to be that perfect all-rounder. And it does a great job at it. And look how good it looks. It's got all the right lines in all the right places. So we're gonna put the cowling back on, wrap things up here, go grab some dinner, and then I'm gonna go home and get some rest before NASCAR tomorrow. Let's do it. Good morning. All right. Hotel, or the VRBO I'm staying at, was actually super nice. It's here like downtown in Phoenix. And yeah, it was a good night's sleep. Feeling great, rested, ready to go, hopefully not have my eardrums blown out at a NASCAR event. But I'm gonna grab some breakfast real quick before I meet up with the Aviation Institute of Maintenance team. And we'll see how today goes. I think this is gonna be a big party. Made it. I'm in general parking, so I've got a ways to go. See if I can find a bus to the entrance, but this is wild. I've never been to a NASCAR event, so this is a very first for me. We'll see how this goes. I was thinking of taking the tram, but I think I'm just gonna hoof it, honestly. I think it'll be a better option. And that line for a tram is huge anyway. Nothing like a casual, mile and a half, 2 mile walk before we enjoy the NASCAR event. But it's probably good for me. I've been in an airplane a little too long the last few days. Almost there though. Thank you so much. All right, we're in. Those guys just acted like they got in illegally or something, but I'm sure they're just excited because the energy here is crazy high. This is going to be pretty awesome. Now we need to find the Aviation Institute of Maintenance, because I know they're here, they've got a booth, and their goal is to encourage people to maybe not pursue a career in working on cars, but instead working on airplanes. And I want to see how they're doing that. So, funny enough, I'm actually here with Jason, who is the CEO of the Aviation Institute of Maintenance, which I find really cool that the CEO is here kind of on the ground level with all the ambassadors, really just encouraging people to look into the Aviation Institute of Maintenance.
There's something about racing, jets, what students come to us wanting to do is something that matters. They're excited about the prospect of working on things that they can fix, they can build, they can repair. And look, it's exciting, right? Like, you're out at the race, you're thinking about jet engines, and so, we just love spread the message of what you can do with aviation, what you can do with building and working on cool stuff. And you can work on cool stuff. A lot of folks think about that as a hobby. We like to talk to folks about how you can build a really meaningful career about that.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate your kind words about how cool it's here. I'm like, how cool is it that I can just talk to people about, like, you can work on freaking jet engines and make a great living in this country? And It just doesn't get better.
I'm glad that they let me come check that out, see what the Aviation Institute of Maintenance is doing here at a NASCAR event. They've actually invited me to go to their campus tomorrow and Tuesday to check it out before I head back home. But now that we've checked that out, I want to go see some actual NASCAR racing. Let's go see what's up. I definitely feel like I'm in the movie Cars. This is awesome. morning. Man, that NASCAR event was awesome. If I can open the door properly. That was just amazing. Today, I've been invited by the Aviation Institute of Maintenance to go and tour their facility. So we're gonna go check it out and see what this place is all about and see if this is where I want to get my A&P certificate. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Nice to meet you, Carson.
Hello, welcome name.
Thank you. Good to see you again after yesterday.
Cool.
This is exciting. This looks pretty cool. Man, as someone who's looking to get their A&P, this is kind of it's nice to walk into something that's like so clean and professional. It gives me some confidence if I decide to go this route and have AIM help me with my certificate. So this facility is actually quite a lot newer, right?
It is.
So, yeah, tell me a little bit about
So
this
the doors actually open for students January 29th of 2024. This one is our wing that we have our fully certified mechanics, they get to sign it. So once they have their A and their B, they get to sign the wing. Samantha was our very first one, so she was the very first person to sign it. On Tuesday, we're actually having 2 more sign it. Which is like I try to tell everybody, we're not here to make it the #1 best aircraft mechanic. We're here to teach you a little bit about everything in aviation. So you have like a little bit of here, a little bit of there. So you walk away from here, someone asks you a question, you don't look silly and you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. You know a little bit about everything.
It's kind of like almost going to like med school, where you see people go through med school, they get their medical program, and then they decide where they want to go in that route. Do you want to go work on jets? Do you want to be the guy who's, rebuilding and redoing a GA aircraft? Do you want to go work for the airlines? It's pretty cool. It's that general knowledge that gives you the skills to kind of then go and specialize afterward. Campuses does the Aviation Institute of Maintenance have? 15
total.
Okay, so 15 campuses. I mean and you guys are standardizing everything, which means all of those 15 campuses are going to, as you're working along, we'll all be teaching the same thing, which kind of gives you flexibility. Like, can I, as a student, say I want to spend 6 months or a year here, a semester here, but then maybe I want to go to Atlanta or something like that?
Absolutely. All of our stuff transfers from campus to campus. We have several students here. One of them I just helped out this morning moving one block to another block, but he's from Atlanta campus.
So we partner with several different employers, and the biggest thing is we try to bring them in so they can get to see our students from the beginning of the program all the way through and get acclimated. Also, our students get a chance to be familiar with different employers and different opportunities that's out there. The fun thing that we do across all of our campuses is employers are able to sponsor classrooms. So what they'll do is they'll choose to sponsor a classroom, and we'll do a big scholarship ceremony where the scholarship money goes towards our student. And so it pours into the student during the program, and also lets them get a little bit more insightful that employers not only want to hire you, but they're invested in you making it through your program successfully.
This is Rachel.
Yes, this is Rachel, our career services coordinator. I'll let her give you a little insight to what career services does with our students.
Yeah, so with career services, it sounds like there's another benefit to coming to AIM because of you. You seem to help a lot.
I do. So most colleges don't have quite the extensive career services coordination that we do here. So I work both with companies that we partner with nationally as well as with local companies, getting our graduates employment, both licensed and unlicensed, as they finish their program.
So as someone comes here, how much, and I know there's probably not a number or a claim that we can make, but how much easier does it make it for someone to get a career when they have someone like you?
Well, if you've ever looked for a job and not know what you're doing, then you have a really good idea of how hard that is. And you have someone here who's doing all the networking and all the searching and providing all those resources directly to you. So it makes it a lot easier to get your foot in the door in a very large yet very small aviation community.
And then outside of just paying for tuition, you don't cost anything, right?
No, I'm here for all of our students.
That's awesome. So where do I fit into all of this? Because you're probably like, well, that's great. You've already built a plane. Why do you want to come to a school like this? Well, as someone who has already gotten all of those hours to become an A&P and I have them signed off, I am looking for potentially a crash course to get that certificate. And while the Phoenix office, or at least this school, does not offer that 5-week course yet, Aviation Institute of Maintenance does. And so I'm going to find an option to see how I can potentially become an A&P, because there are projects I want to work on that involve certified aircraft and STCs for those certified aircraft and doing really cool stuff, and I don't want to limit myself. As I mentioned, this school is, I think, 2 years, just shy of 2 years old. So these are the first people walking kind of through that gateway into now becoming a full-fledged A&P. So that's kind of what we're here celebrating, is someone who's going to sign that wing. They passed everything, and so that's why there's not a lot of names on that wing yet, because this Phoenix school is so much younger than a lot of the other AIM institutes. So this is really cool to see. This is kind of like the first steps for not only, of course, these people who are signing this, but also this school. It's showing that, hey, things are happening. We're starting to really get a lot of students through, and I think that this, what we're seeing here, even though there's only going to be a handful today, is going to turn into a much more common thing in the coming months. I would like to give a huge shout out to the Aviation Institute of Maintenance, who sponsored this video, who allowed me to come and experience this. Even though they did sponsor this, this was something I've been looking into for quite some time, just because I know that I can kind of take my experiences and find a way to turn them into an A&P certificate. I do want to work on certified aircraft and do some projects and cool things to certified planes with some STCs, and I already have some ideas, but this is going to be a great potential option for me as I decide how I want to actually move forward with that certificate. So thanks to Aviation Institute of Maintenance for sponsoring this, letting me come and see this cool facility and experience this awesome NASCAR event.
Whiskey Whiskey, runway 7 left, clear for takeoff, fly straight out.
Clear for takeoff, runway 7 left for 21 Whiskey Whiskey, fly straight out.
Looking up for traffic, running 494, number 1, number 2, 07 left, touch and go.
494, traffic ahead to your left, Archer, final for the south runway.
5.
And there you have it. We're home, and holy cow, is there a lot of construction going on, which is super exciting because they're actually expanding. You can see where the taxiway here ends and then it turns into like frontage road. They're gonna actually be expanding this all the way down to be taxiway clear down there, so then a bunch of hangar lots will be opening, and I'm hoping I might get one, so we'll see. That is a teaser. I am on the list to potentially get a hangar, and then I will build my own Where-worthy headquarters, hopefully at some point. We'll see how that goes. So for the next few months, it's gonna be a little bit messy here, but that's okay. And yeah, we're home. Thank you to the Aviation Institute of Maintenance for making this whole adventure happen. It was such a great time learning about becoming an A&P, seeing if it might be the best fit for me, and honestly, I do think it will be a good fit for me. So I'm gonna keep chatting with them and decide the best route for me to go and whether or not I'm gonna pursue that A&P. So thank you all for coming along with this. This was a great time. I hope that you enjoyed this longer video. I'm hoping to do more of these. So like this video if you have not yet, and please subscribe. I would love to take you along for more adventures. See you next time.